Hi everyone, welcome back to Burra Country. I'm Peter, and in this episode we're riding from Alberton, which is the second last stop on the Great Southern Rail Trail if you're heading from Nyora to Yarram, and we're actually turning right. So this time the last episode that we did on the Southern Rail Trail, we turned left here and we went to Yarram. This time we're turning right and we're actually taking the side route, and that's down to Port Albert. So Port Albert's only about 6 kilometres away. We're going to record that and get the exact length on the GPS, but this is the last little part to this trail as a side route. So welcome again, welcome to 2025, and also it's Australia Day, so that's cool. Got my Australia Day hat in my back, and it won't fit on while I'm riding the bike, but I do have it in the back of my pack somewhere. There we go, look at that. Ooh. There we go. Australia Day, how good is that? There we go. Okay, so we're heading off, and I've got Joyce and Geordie are waiting down at the other end for me, and they're going to be down at Port Albert, and they're going to be looking at what's to eat down there. So everyone says the fish and chips are fabulous. We'll find out, I guess. We'll see what's open. So let's go. Let's see how this films this time. So I'm also wearing my top I haven't worn before. This one I bought in Boston. Now I didn't get to go riding in Boston as much as it would have been fun to do, I think. But I did go looking around to see what was available. So while we're in Boston, and there's quite a few. There are a few bike stores in Boston, and there's a few that hire bikes and that sort of thing. So this one I bought this. So I didn't, it's not paid for, but it's got a picture of Paul Revere riding a bike. It's from these guys, Urban Adventure Tours, which were down on the harbour area in Boston. And they were located down there, and they were pretty friendly fellas. I did pay not cheap for these, but it's got a fabulous map of Boston on the back of it, and I really liked it. So there you go. So this is my main souvenir from Boston was this jersey. So I just liked it. So okay, so this is where we come up to. We're going to cross the highway here, and we're going to head across onto the rail trail and head down to Port Albert. Let's see. Okay, so it said 6 kilometres, now it says 7 kilometres. So let's see what that. are 3 or 4 90-degree turns on this trail, so just be aware that if you are riding this in low light, that there are a number of these turns that will come up fairly suddenly. This one is signposted, and really appropriately so, because it drops off into a drainage gutter. So just be aware of that, and also that the trail is quite overgrown at the moment. So you know, it's while the trail itself is in very good condition, there are a few ruts along the way, but not very many. But there is a lot of overgrowth, which probably could do with being trimmed back a bit as it's closing over the gaps over the trail. Port Albert is located southeast of Melbourne, approximately 234 kilometres drive from the Melbourne CBD, and will take around 3 hours to get there. The local population today is around 400. I started this ride at the Victoria Hotel in Alberton, so it was about 8 kilometres to the Port Albert point. Port Albert was established as the first port in Gippsland in 1841. It remained a major port supplying shipments to Melbourne and other destinations until the railway from Melbourne began to extend outwards and reach Sale in 1878. The port saw many people pass through in its early days, with the glint of the goldfields being newly discovered throughout Gippsland and across Victoria, attracting people from countries far and wide seeking their fortune. The logging industry boom brought even more through that very busy port. Today, Port Albert is still a flourishing port for fishing and tourism. It has a very good boat ramp and plenty of water access for land-based fishing. Travelling to the point will take you past historically significant buildings, the Maritime Museum, and numerous B&Bs, a caravan park and motel. If you are interested in the history of the area, the original cemetery, which is still in operation today, can be walked around, and there are tours available to introduce you to some of the town's past inhabitants. Taraville Road becomes Wharf Street, and at the very end you will find the very popular fish and chips store. The queue was very long when we arrived, reaching to the doors just to take your order. So unfortunately, we will be waiting for another day to try their fare. There are a number of stores and food services throughout the town, so everyone should be able to find what they need here. Across from the fish and chip store is the beginning of the seaside walk, the Christopher Robinson Trail. It's a short trail but provides a scenic view looking out to the west towards Port Welshpool. There are public toilets just near the water tower on your left as you head towards the point coming into town, which is on the harbour side. There are more toilets a little further around that port side in Rutter Park, which is on Bay Street. Well, thanks for watching Burra Country, and if you're feeling the mood, please like and subscribe, it really helps us. Our next episode will be in Noojee, so we'll see you then.